So I'm back with another review video for you guys. I know it's been a while since I've made a video for this channel. I know the last video I did was my live session here on the PNMV. I had a lot of fun making that video, and for those of you who joined me on that live stream, I wanted to thank you for coming along for the ride. You know, it makes the live streams, it makes them a lot more fun when there's actually people joining in and leaving comments, and you get to chat with your fellow subscribers. It's so that video, that was a lot of fun doing that. And I know it's been a couple weeks since I've released a video on this channel. You know, I went away on vacation for a couple days, and then when I got back, I had a cold, so I wasn't really up for making a video when I was getting over my cold. So I know it's been a couple weeks, but I'm excited to be back. So today we're going to be talking about Lionel's new 440 Lionchief locomotive, the Pennsylvania. This was released in their 2021 volume, Big Book volume, the volume 1 catalog. They made two different variations on this locomotive. They had one with the traditional, I don't know what you want to call it, the big smokestack on the top, and then this one had the smaller smokestack. So I chose to get this one because I like to, the smaller smokestack. I wanted to have something different. I've always wanted one of these 440s, and so I'm not going to really go into the details other than I thought it'd be fun to compare this locomotive with a post-war 440. If you guys aren't familiar, Lionel's been making these 440s for decades. They came out during the post-war era, and it's really cool to see how little they've changed and the little differences that they have made over the decades. So I thought it'd be fun to do a comparison. But the big thing I want to talk about is the new Bluetooth 5.0, the live voice streaming and recording feature on this engine. It's really cool. If you guys aren't familiar, what it does is it enables you to stream your voice into the locomotive live, or you can make your own recordings that you can play back at any time, either when the engine is stationary or moving. So it really gives you that custom, you can use your own voice to make custom sounds. So I'll go into that. So I thought it'd be fun. Let's go ahead and do a comparison between the two different engines. So on the left is a post-war 440 that I have. Unfortunately, this engine is no more than a paperweight. I bought it on eBay, and when it wasn't running all that great, and when I took it apart, one of the wires on the coils had broken, so I brought it to a place to get it repaired. My friend Don at Northeast Trains, and the repair guy said that the cost of getting it repaired would be more than what the value of the engine is. So I chose not to get it fixed. So it's no more than a paperweight, but I just wanted to use this as a comparison. You can see how similar the engines are. The steam dome and the whistle on the post-war engine is missing. It broke off, but you can see how similar they are. Starting with a closer look at the boiler, you can really see how similar they are. The big difference on the boiler, of course, is that on the post-war unit you can see the on and off E unit, the switch to turn the E unit on and off. And of course on the newer Lionchief engine, where they don't have E units anymore, they filled in that hole where the switch was on the post-war unit. And the individual pieces are exactly the same, other than there's a difference with the color that they used on the plastic, and also the detail. There's greater detail on the newer engine because of the manufacturing process. They can do that with newer technology. They can add greater detail. You can see like the engine number on the dome, and even on the headlight. Even in the front, there's everything is pretty much the same. Even the bracket that holds the headlight on is the same, and of course you've got the engine number on the headlight, which is a nice added touch. The cab roof Again, exactly the same, just a different color. Even the wood load on the tenders, the molding for the wood, the simulated wood load is exactly the same. If you look close, there's really no difference other than the color and of course, the newer engine, the wood load is shinier because it's newer, but it's just incredible how similar they are, even down to the tenders. So really cool. So one little part of the difference between these two engines I thought was interesting was the rear of the cab. So on the post-war engine, you had two windows here in the back, and then you could see the coils with the wires for the motor. On the new Lionchief engine, they took those windows that were here and they put switches in those windows, one for the smoke and one for the chuffing noise. And they closed the cabin with a dark tinted window. Another interesting thing was on the post-war engine, it says the Lionel Corporation, New York, New York, made in the U.S. of America. Here it says Lionel LLC, made in China. So I thought that was kind of interesting, really cool to see the differences of 50 to 60 years. So I wanted to give you guys a close-up view of how to access the live sounds. So down here on the main screen, you've got the volume button here, the sound control that's always been there. Click on that. This is how you access the different pitches and the volume of each individual sounds you can control. But to get to the live voice, you click on this button here. And you can see that I've already got a recording on slot number 1. You can record, have 3 separate recordings. And the first one's already occupied. I'll play that for you. Okay, that was kind of weird. Play it again.
All aboard the Pennsylvania Express.
Okay, so if you want to record a different recording, basically what you do is you hit record and it allows you to record up to 60 seconds. So you can say anything you want up to 60 seconds. So for instance, you can say this is the Lionchief, Pennsylvania 440 General. We're about to depart the station. All aboard. So then you can go ahead back and play it.
This is the Lionchief, Pennsylvania 440 General. We're about to depart the station. All aboard.
And then you can delete it down here. There's buttons here. If you don't like the recording and you want to change it, you just hit that. It says, do you want to record it? Do you want to delete it? And you just say yes, and then it opens up the slot. So it's really cool. And then when you want to do the live streaming, you got to hold this button down, and what ends up happening is all the buttons kind of get grayed out, and you got to wait 2 or 3 seconds before you can start recording. So for instance, you got to hold it down, and then you start talking. And you get the echo because the engine's so close. But that's how it works. And you can still, even in this screen, you can still control the speed. You can do the whistle and the bell, and you can do the announcements.
We are up and running. Let's get this train made up.
So you can pretty much control everything from this screen here. If you want to exit this, or if you just want to get back to the home screen, you can hit that, and it goes right back to the sounds home screen. You hit that, and it's back to the traditional screen. Now on to the best part, the running session. So here we go.
We are up and running. Let's get this train made up. It's about time to head out. Are we clear to pull? Alright, tender stopped off. Let's get moving.
Here we go, across the Red Bridge. This is the Lionchief 440. So I guess that concludes it for this video. I hope I explained everything clearly on this engine. This is a great little engine. It can't really pull all that much, but I think it really runs nice for a starter engine, and I love the new Bluetooth 5.0. I think it adds a whole new dimension to the enjoyment of playing with these locomotives. You know, it's funny, MTH has been doing the live streaming, the Protocast, for years, and finally Lionel has kind of caught on to that. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video, and we'll catch you on the next video. Take care.